Welcome to You're Always Wrong, where I'm always right.
And you're always wrong.
I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Robert.
And today we're talking about dreams. So whenever you first start talking about dreams with people, the first thing that comes up is some people dream a lot and others seem to not dream at all. And I'm on the spectrum where I dream every single night, multiple times a night, and very vividly.
Everyone dreams every night.
Yeah, but like...
It's just whether or not you remember it or not.
Yeah. So...
I hardly ever remember my dreams.
And why do you think some people remember their dreams and some don't?
Maybe like varying levels of imagination.
Yeah, like...
I just don't care.
Do you think it's because your dreams could be more boring, so your brain's like, I don't need this.
Maybe.
Get out of here.
There are lots of times where I'll wake up and remember a dream, but I just don't care to like continue the thought.
Yeah.
To keep up with it. But a lot of times people say you have to write them down immediately to remember them.
Not same.
But if they're really bizarre, then I'll have no problem remembering that at all. Like 3 days ago, I had a dream.
Yeah.
About someone that we know.
Ooh.
I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not going to say if they're male or female. But I was at work.
Yes.
Working.
Oh, like you do.
And they just showed up. And I was like, oh, hey, it's you.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? And they're like, oh, I just wanted to see you at work. So I was like, okay, cool. This is what I do, blah, blah, blah. And then this coworker of mine walks by. And this coworker is known for being attractive.
Oh, wow.
And this person that we know was like, ooh, I'm gonna fuck them.
Ooh.
I want to fuck them right now.
That's scary.
And I was like, but you're dating
Is this
X.
like the person?
No.
Oh.
Well, none of us are like that.
Yeah, but...
Anyways.
So...
But I was like, but you're dating this person. And they're like, I don't care.
They're getting laid.
And they had a big black mohawk.
The friend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not red. It's just in the dream they had one.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, this is really fucked up that you're about to do this. Why are you gonna... Don't do this.
Yeah.
You're gonna regret it. And they're like, don't tell me what to do. You're just jealous that I'm not fucking you. And I was like, what is wrong with you today?
That's really messed up.
This is insane. And they did.
They did.
Them and my coworker went off into... Because it's a dream.
Yeah. They just go elsewhere and you know.
Real rules and laws don't have to work.
Like you know. It's like you don't have to see it, but you know.
Exactly.
You sense it.
And then they fucked and they came back. And the mohawk was gone.
Oh.
So I'm wondering, like... Did they shave it off?
Did you notice that in your dream, or was that like a...
I noticed it in my dream immediately. I was like,
excuse me?
So that was it. That was it.
And you like woke up.
After that, I woke up.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was very strange. Which it wasn't like supernaturally strange.
It's it's like weird.
Yeah,
like,
if that happened in real life, that would ruin my day.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's really messed up. Like,
and I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to say who it was. Not just for the podcast, but just because I don't know if that means I've got some kind of weird trust issue with that person.
I wouldn't know later.
I'm not going to tell you.
It's messed up.
I'm not telling you ever.
I'm going to withhold all of my dream information.
Well, come on, dude. It's just because I don't want it to affect real life.
So, like, you said you don't know if that means you have something messed up with that person.
Yeah, because all that's all subliminal.
So, yeah, 100. So you've never seen this person and been like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe what?
I would, 10 out of 10, would bump the uglies.
No, that's not...
Like...
No, it had nothing to do with that.
Because you were, like, jealous of them sleeping with someone else?
They said that.
Oh, so you think maybe you have, like,
out of
bad
spite.
thoughts of someone being promiscuous?
Maybe.
Like, in your subconscious, you're like, so-and-so's a nasty hoe.
But I don't think that about anybody we know. Like any of our friends.
You don't think you think that?
But deep down...
You might be.
I've got some kind of weird
thing.
thing.
No, I understand that because...
Maybe, or it could just be all nonsense.
Yeah, no, I've straight up had sexual dreams about people that do not do one thing for me. 0%. It's like this weird coworker from, wherever I used to work in the past. And I had like a weird sexual dream about him, which I had never in my life. I was like, this guy's a great friend. He's really cool. He's great to work with. He has a good work ethic. But never in my life was I like, ooh. And then I had like this weird dream about him. And I quit my job not long after that because it was...
Because of that?
Nah, but
It was weird.
It was weird to like work with him and be like, am I attracted to you? I don't think
Did
I
you
am.
spend a lot of time together?
Not we had various 6-hour shifts together.
Because something else I've heard is if it's not like just subliminal thoughts and feelings you have in dream form, it's just like random fragmented things that just exist in your brain.
And they're like, we're just going to combine these things.
Just piece it together, which I feel like that's probably more accurate.
To some, yeah. I believe like your dreams are impacted a lot by your day-to-day life. So like if you're stressed out about something, yeah, you're going to have stress-related dreams.
Yeah.
If you've been thinking a lot about, not having enough money, you're going to have dreams where either you come into fortune or you're struggling, and then there's some sort of like homeless person dream.
Yeah.
But I think like the other weird ones are for sure just my brain being like, hey, let's combine all these people and these weird
here's
objects.
X person, here's Y event that you know about, or common occurrence that happens in everyday life. And that's what I think that dream was last night.
That was last night? Oh, okay.
That was a few nights ago.
So that was like a few nights ago. You haven't dreamed since?
No, I don't remember any of my dreams. Oh, no. This morning, so what's weird, I wake up at like 3 or 4.
Yeah,
and then I go back to sleep for like the remainder of the time.
Yeah.
Until I actually need to get up.
No, I got that.
Well, the like main nighttime sleep.
Yeah, your deep REM sleep.
And then I won't remember that many dreams from that. But the weird early morning couple hour sleep, I'll have the most vivid, like I'm not always in control.
Yeah.
In those dreams of myself, but they're always very vivid.
So do you think that's because your conscious is closer to the top than your subconscious? Like, whenever you're in deep sleep, you're into it, your brain's into it. It says, get that conscious and bury it deep. But whenever you wake up, you're already so close to REM that maybe with a little bit of REM it slips into your regular consciousness, which is like sometimes you fall asleep and it feels like 10 minutes, but it's really been 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, you're closer to rising out of that than you are deep inside of it. Does that make sense?
Maybe. But, we had went to a nightclub.
Who's we?
Me and you.
Okay, sick. You know us.
And because we're younger than 21, we had to wear a wristband.
Yeah.
And so we go in, and, like, the bouncer wasn't at the door. There was, like, one of those velvet rope lines, leading up to the door.
Classic.
So we go up to the bouncer. He's like, let me see your IDs. We're 20, so he gives us the wristband. But he didn't give you a wristband.
Oh.
And you were like, whatever, who cares? So we go in there. And then there was another guy at the door who was like, you can't come in unless you both have wristbands. And he checked us again. And he's like, well, you don't have a wristband. So you got to go back to the front of the line.
Yeah.
So we go back to the front of the line. And the guy's like, hey, you left the line? Pointed at me. And I was like, yeah. He's like, you got your wristband? And I said, yeah. I said, we might as well take it off because I'm not letting you back in.
Ooh.
And I was like, why not? He's like, once you leave, you can never come back. And I was like...
Your opportunity and you lost it.
And I was like, okay. And I told you, I was like, well, if I can't go, are you still going to go? And you're like, I'm not going to go if you can't go.
That's really real, yeah.
So I was like, okay, what do you want to do? And you said, let's go to that building over there. And there was a
very not me.
Derelict,
not me.
just dead looking building.
That's where ghosts hang out.
And you're like, let's go in that building. And I was like, sure. So we go in this building, and we walk in, and it's like, it kind of looks like an elementary school classroom.
Yeah.
But it's got like weird scene kid, like goth emo
Take
kid
me back
stuff
to
everywhere.
Middle school.
And there was like this girl with like fuchsia hair and like eyeshadow stuff sitting behind a desk like on a laptop.
Hanging out.
And then there was like some guy in the corner doing something. And then guess who was there?
Who? John.
Dalton.
Oh. Dalton, my boyfriend.
Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, Dalton is Lindsay's boyfriend.
He would be there. That's very him.
And we were like, what the fuck are you doing here? And he was like, no, what the fuck are you doing here? How did you find out about this place? And we were just like, we just randomly came here. He's like, did you follow me?
Oh,
and we were like,
spooky.
no, seriously, we we
So
just
angry.
saw this building. He's like, this is my secret place where I come to just like hang out.
With girls with fuchsia hair and eyeshadow stuff.
Well, it wasn't just like those 3 people.
Yeah,
There was like
there's
more
other
people. I remember there being many more people.
You just remembered that.
And there was like several floors.
The eyeshadow stuff got you deep.
Yeah. Well, it was very like, I can still see the picture. Because like it was like when you see a receptionist, that's when you first walk in, except
Yeah.
it's like some weird.
She's a receptionist for the punk kids.
Yeah, she's the punk receptionist. But I don't remember anything else that happened in that dream, which kills me.
Yeah,
But he was like very upset. Very upset.
I hate that.
But I'm pretty sure we like went through all the floors and stuff. I just don't have concrete memory of the rest of it. But
Yeah.
that was cool.
I have concrete memory of dreams from like when I was 4.
Jesus.
Yeah, like I have a lot of dreams and they stick with me when they're especially messed up. But my earliest dream I can remember, like I had to have been like young, like probably 5 or less.
There's no way I'd remember a dream from that long
I don't
ago.
have memories, but I have this dream because we had this baby doll that was robotic and you could like squeeze her belly or something and she would say stuff and her face moved.
Oh.
But it's like very early robotics, so it's like
Horrifying.
just creeped me out as
Yeah.
a kid. And I had this dream and it's like child me in my dream. Little pigtails. And I'm a news anchor and I'm like talking about this haunted house. And I'm like, and in this house is the most haunted object of all. Right behind me in this dresser is this baby doll that is like, you know, super haunted. The vocabulary is not
It's
great.
mega haunted.
Mega haunted. I was like, you know, I didn't have this like extensive vocabulary. I'm not.
Yeah.
And then like out of this drawer pops the baby doll and it says, "Mommy, kiss baby." And it has a knife and it like scares me awake. And I still remember that dream to this day because it messed me up that deep.
Yeah, if I was that young, that would terrify me.
Yeah, like, because that's what it said. You squeeze its belly and it's like, "Mommy, kiss baby." And it like screamed out of the door and it had this like kind of
Oh
voice.
my god.
And it was like, oh.
I was terrified of Chucky. So, yeah, if I had that dream, that would probably ruin me
Yeah.
for a long time. But there's no way I can remember a childhood dream. There's no way.
Really?
The oldest dream I can remember was probably 9th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And I had this weird dream that Aaron was at my house and he woke me up at like 6 a.m. And I was like, "What do you want? What, dude?" And he's like, "The house is moving." And I was like, "What do you mean the house is moving?" He's like, "Something has picked the house up and ripped it out of the ground and is now moving." And I was like, "Wait, you're right," because like stuff was falling over.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'd finally woken up in the dream, and then it like crashed down. And I was like, "What's going on?"
Aliens.
Well, we hear like this generic mad scientist old man voice. Kinda.
I'm gonna cut your brains out.
Yeah, pretty much. Just think of that.
Your brains.
Use that voice.
Yeah.
And he's like, "I've trapped you in my laboratory or something. You have
And
to."
how old are you, like you think?
9th grade, so what, like
Okay.
14,
so
15?
laboratory is doable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a crazy word.
Anyway, your dream.
Anyways. So he's like, "You must fight my hybrid animal creations."
Yeah.
And so we go outside, my whole family, and my dad has a shotgun. My mom is losing her mind.
Yeah.
And Sly is just like having a breakdown.
Yeah.
Because he's just a little dog. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
And so we walk out on the porch, and we're in like this huge coliseum.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
it's total.
Oh, Roman times.
Yeah, but it's like a closed off room.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
And there's this bear with deer antlers
Dislike. No, thank you.
that's at least like 40 feet tall.
That's too tall.
And, well, it only has one antler. The other antler
Mm-hmm.
is like part antler, part guitar.
What?
And that might be the whole fragmented thing.
Yeah, it's
Because I
just
spend
like-
so much time with guitars,
Yeah,
playing
your
guitar,
brain
you know.
just throwing it in there.
Bam. Well, Aaron's like, "All right, bro, we got to take this thing out together."
Go, Aaron. I'm glad.
And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we charge at this thing. Swipes, cuts Aaron into little pieces, instantly kills him. Swipes, it just decimates me. Blood, gore everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's how it ended.
So you've had dreams where you have died.
Many.
Multiple.
More than
So,
not.
have you ever heard that thing where people are like, if you die in your dreams, you die in real life?
Yeah, that's just urban myth garbage.
Yeah, but I always thought that was weird because you're the only person I've ever known who's died in their dreams successfully other than me.
Really?
Yeah, like I've not ever talked to another person. I've had other people have had these dreams where you're going to die, you're falling from a cliff,
Where it's
you're
inevitable.
getting stabbed, you're going to die.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
But they die before the death.
Yeah.
And you're the only person I know who has successfully died in your dreams.
Oh, yeah.
So
Many times.
when I die in my dreams, it can go multiple ways. Like I have had the I die, I wake up,
Yeah.
or I die before I wake up, but I have a lot of dreams where I die and I switch perspective and I'll go into a different character of that dream and I watch myself die and it's kind of messed up sometimes. And then I have dreams where I die and then I watch it from third person.
That's normally what I have. Like a cinematic, like a camera shot.
Yeah.
Kind of like a film.
Yeah, it's like I die and then once my dream self passes, I like come out and I just watch from a distance.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's my dead body.
Yeah, that, like, when the bear, like, killed us,
Yeah.
I saw, like, a cinematic wide angle
So-
of just, like, our torn bodies.
Your parents gone. Oh, you woke up. You said afterwards.
Yeah, after, like, shortly after that, I woke up.
Gross. Your
Yeah.
gross shredded body.
But that's a sick dream.
I don't know. The guitar part is weird for me.
How's it weird?
I wish it could have been like another animal part. I just think it like I'm thinking about the scientists being like, I'm gonna make a big old bear. I'm gonna give him deer antlers.
Oh, yeah,
for
well, it
cool,
doesn't make
And
sense.
then get the guitar and
No, it's not
shove it in
logical.
there.
It's
I
'cause
was
it's a
hoping
dream.
the guitar would be you like unlocking it and be like, gotta jump up there and play some shred some metal. Yeah, and then like
Kill it with my
explodes
skills.
into confetti and everybody's
Yeah.
just.
Or I, like, lull it to sleep. That would be sick.
I like it exploding with confetti more. Because imagine just like you.
That's something that would
explodes
happen in
into
a
confetti.
dream. That is something I would ever dream. A creature explodes in confetti.
That'd be sick.
But I've had, this is a comedy podcast.
Yes.
It's lighthearted.
Uh huh.
We have fun.
Yeah.
We're here to entertain people.
Yeah.
So this might, not be the best dream to bring up. But I have had suicide dreams,
Yeah. Same.
like several.
I don't know if that's super weird.
Well, no, I'm not. I didn't say that because it was weird. It's just kind of a bummer
Yeah.
on the atmosphere.
Just to bring it down.
Just to bring it down.
Just to-
We're
in
having
case-
too much fun.
In case you were enjoying yourself too much.
Yeah.
I often dream about killing myself.
Yeah, same. No, 100% same.
Yeah, it's less often now, but I have had dreams where I'm just like, I'm over it, and I just
I haven't had
do
them in
whatever.
years. I haven't had them in years, but in high school I had, like, the same dream.
Oh,
Like 4 or 5 times.
Do you ever have a dream that reoccurs later and you get to go farther?
No.
Oh my god, my
But
dreams.
that sounds really cool.
My dreams, not always. This is a rare occasion, but I will have reoccurring dreams. But it's like I get to complete a new chapter of the dream.
Yeah.
And I had this one that went on for like so long, and sometimes it's just like a small piece. It's just like a picture. It's
Do you
a
start
dusty-
over at the beginning every time?
Sometimes I do, and other times I leave off kind of where I left off. So the one that lasted the longest, like I have small things like this, not frequently. I had this dream for a really long time, and it was just like a dusty shelf with knickknacks. And I would just wake up and be like, there's that knickknack shelf again. And I
Yeah.
would just like, that's it. It's a picture of a dusty knickknack shelf.
It's a picture of one.
Yeah, like it's not an eventful dream. Nothing happens. I'm looking at these dusty old knickknacks. Maybe I observe different knickknacks different times.
Yeah.
And then I have this next dream where it's me standing in line next to the knickknack shelf. And I'm just talking about being in line, being excited for what we're doing, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then I have a dream where we're getting closer to the front, and I'm no longer with the knickknack shelf, and then we figure out it's a haunted house, which is not me at all.
Yeah.
And so I'm in the dream.
Wait.
and then-
As like an attraction or like
An attraction.
supposedly a real
an
one?
attraction,
Okay.
like a
Yeah.
Scare
Yeah,
event.
yeah.
An event to frighten yourself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm so excited, blah, blah, blah. And it's just, this is all just like cut up and cut up and cut up and cut up. And then eventually it gets to the part where I go inside the house and it's spooky, but not too spooky. I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
And then things start going wrong. And in my freaking dream, people are getting murdered and people are dying left and right. And I'm like running around in this old, like,
Trying
bloody
to survive.
kitchen.
Yeah.
And I like wake up and I'm like, dang it. And then like weeks or a month or more later, I have this dream where it's like this huge Frankenstein guy who's like, he was there undercover, like, oh, I'm gonna sneak in as this scary, like, I'm a murderer, but I'm dressed as Frankenstein so I can get in this murder house and, like, kill people. So he's dressed as Frankenstein.
But he's actually a crazed psychopath.
Yeah, dressed as, like, some sort of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Not Frankenstein, but...
I wonder if that's happened.
I don't know.
Like, in real life.
Long story short, I keep on waking up being like, any minute now I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
And then I ended up escaping. I ended up killing him, and me and my mom survived. And I haven't had that dream since I finished it. It was so weird. I forgot about that until you said, like, I don't remember what you said anymore, but you said something that made me
Recurring dreams.
Reoccurring dreams.
Yeah.
And it's like, I haven't thought about that in so long.
Well, that's closure.
But yeah,
It's because you got your closure and then you moved
I
on.
was like, oh, that's how it ends.
But that's really cool. I wish I had a dream like that. Because that's like playing a video game or like
really,
watching a film while you're
weird,
asleep.
But also like really cool because sometimes I'll just have like a short little dream and I'm like, oh, I don't think about it, and I'll just kind of like think about it here and there, and then I'll go to sleep one night and I'll be like, it's like I'm semi-awake and I'll notice like I've seen this before.
It's like what's it called? Lucid dreaming.
Yeah, it's like
where
I'm
you
not
have
awake
control
enough to
relatively.
I'm not awake enough to control it, but I'm awake enough to be like, I've been here.
Yeah.
I know this
You recognize
knick-knack
it.
shelf.
Yeah.
I know that
Those
little
fucking
horse
knick-knacks.
that's covered in dust.
Dusty
and now I
ass
realize,
knickknacks.
like, you know, the knickknacks were there to seem like haunted and
Yeah.
scary.
Make it look derelict and old.
Yeah, and it's just like weird to think about all that.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What if you had a dream
Yeah.
that was reoccurring like that, and you could continue the narrative, but it was the most tedious,
I would hate
boring
that.
shit?
Well, that's kind of like repetitive dreams.
No, but like you dream your commute to work, and you're like,
Oh no.
then you're like,
Freaking...
I wonder what's gonna happen next when I go to work. Then you're like, now I'm clocking in. It's like, I wonder what happens. And you're like, now I'm sitting down at my desk behind the computer, and it's like, now I'm typing in invoices or whatever you do. You know what I mean? Or if it's like, all right, now I'm on aisle 5, putting up the tomato sauce. It's
I'm
like,
on lunch. I'm eating a sandwich.
I'm awkwardly discussing the weather with this coworker I don't care about. I mean, no offense, Josh, but like,
yeah.
you're not my homie.
Dang it, Brundon.
Brundon.
Get out of here with your loud mouth.
That's
smacking.
If I had a kid who was the equivalent of a Grundle, but it was a human, I'd name it Brundon.
Brundon.
Kind of like.
I've had
Go ahead.
lots of like dreams it's like not the cool reoccurring finishing the plot thing, but it is just like I have had this dream so
Over and
many
over.
times, man. And it's like in my dream, I know I'm dreaming it, and I'm like, dang it.
Just get it over
It's a
with.
heckin' work dream
Can we-
again. Gotta go to work, gotta clock in, I gotta figure out that something else has gone wrong. Oh, and I came to work naked, except for in a blanket. I've never gone to dreams naked. Like, people have, like, the reoccurring...
Oh, yeah, I know.
You're naked doing blank.
That's the
I'm
most,
always-
like, generic dream.
I am always at work, wherever I'm working at the time, and for some reason, all I'm wearing is a blanket.
I mean, that's better than just being naked.
Yeah, but the whole dream, I'm, like, struggling to, like, keep my blanket on and to do my job at the same time.
Like
and
an
I'm,
old Eastern European
it's,
woman
like,
in a shawl.
Yeah, it's, like, vaguely weird that I'm in a blanket. Like, it's not weird enough that my boss is going to be like, just go home. It's just weird enough for people
Oh,
to
like
be
they don't care.
They kind of... I care more than they do,
Yeah.
but we all know it's not
It's because
right.
they're dream people.
We all know it's not right for me to be in the blanket, but it's not enough to send me home.
Yeah, it's not inappropriate.
Yeah, I'm covered.
Yeah.
I'm just like wrapped up
Yeah.
in a blanket.
This is going to sound weird and made up, but I promise you, it's not.
Okay.
I used to have that kind of naked dream,
Yeah.
but it would literally just be my crotch and my ass cheeks.
Everything else was clothed?
Everything else was clothed.
Do you think
And I'd be like standing there and I wouldn't even notice it. And someone would be like, yo, your dick's hanging out.
Your dick out,
And
Robert?
I'm like, my dick is hanging out.
You should.
Why do these pants have no crotch?
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, you're wearing assless chaps with no crotch. I don't even own a pair of assless chaps.
You do now.
In
No one's gonna believe you.
dream world me apparently
That's what you
loves to wear assless chaps with no crotch.
That's so funny. It's like some sort of weird BDSM thing.
Yeah, I wonder if he's slapping more cheeks in dream world than I am in real life.
for sure.
Which
you know he
that's
is.
really depressing.
Your dream self is either the most successful you or the least successful you, and there's really no in between.
You know, I've only had one sex dream,
Oh,
Ever.
Really?
Ever.
Cannot relate.
I know people who have lots, but I've literally only had one, and it was the most tame,
Really?
nothing,
It's just like, oh, I guess I'll
barely.
put it in now for a second.
Didn't even go that far.
Oh, so it's not even a sex dream. It's a...
I fingered somebody.
Oh, it's a third base dream?
Yeah, but that's literally it. Never like a full-on sex dream.
I wouldn't say it's mostly what I dream about by any means.
It's like every other night.
No, not
Okay.
even that much.
Not that
it's
frequent?
like, no, not at all. It's, maybe one a month. And that's for a person who dreams actively basically every night.
Pretty much every
multiple
night
dreams.
you'll remember
Yeah,
a
like
dream.
it's very rare. I just have too many other more interesting things to think about.
Well, that's pretty high frequency, especially compared to me. Like,
Yeah.
my whole life, literally
Yeah.
one.
I want to talk
Ever.
about the assless chap's crotch out.
Why?
Do you think it's because that's like the most shameful parts of you? So it's like, yeah, going to like school without a shirt on wouldn't be that weird. Be weird, but like that's like the most intimate, weirdest parts of you. And your dream was like, let's just, he's had enough. He doesn't need his tits out, his calves out.
I don't know, because I really don't care.
Taint out for the world.
Because, like,
Taint out for Harambe.
my last birthday, before you got there,
Yeah.
like, Josh, Michelle, Nathan, and Zach, or maybe Bree, they all got there at the same time.
Yeah.
Or this was either my 18th or 19th birthday.
When we were at your house and you got the board game.
Yeah. Well, just to be funny, when they came in, I had no pants on. I took my pants off.
But you were wearing underwear.
Yeah. And I was just like, lol. So I don't really care.
That's such a weird joke.
But
Why wasn't I there for that? Lol.
because you came like, I probably didn't. I mean, I might have actually said
It
lol
would have been
out loud.
funnier if you were in like a Speedo.
Or like one of those things that go over the shoulders.
Like an overall underwear. Overall underwear.
No, you
Overall?
know the thing Borat wore.
You like overalls?
Did you watch Borat?
But imagine, I mean, a long time ago maybe.
Yeah.
It's like overalls, but underwear.
But it's not a shame thing.
It's underalls.
Because I'm not like ashamed of nudity or like being nude.
Yeah.
And even in my dreams, I don't care.
Oh, you're like, oh,
I literally
this is
don't
just
care.
like my life.
I just go because most people are like, oh, I'm naked, and they like run home or they panic or.
Yeah.
But with me, it's just like
Mine's just a minor
That's weird.
inconvenience that I'm naked.
pretty much me. I'm just like that's weird. Move on.
Yeah, I gotta watch out for that today, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, make sure I don't
So it's
hit it
probably
on
not a
stuff.
shame thing. Although, but I hate when people touch my ass.
Speaking of stuff you hate, I think it's about time for things that pissed you off this week.
Yeah, this would be a good place for things that piss me off, considering I'm now a little pissed off. This segment is just going to be something in particular that bothered me,
Yeah.
and I've been thinking about it all week.
Yes.
And I have been thinking about it all week.
Really?
Because it involves people I enjoy very much.
Oh, it's my horrible texting habits.
No. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with anyone we know.
Okay.
It's people I enjoy very much getting angry over something pointless.
Ooh, I hate that.
But you might disagree with me.
Oh.
But before I go into
spicy.
it, this segment might be a regular thing. We might go back and forth between our own individual segments. But for this episode, I'm going to talk about something that pissed me off.
Yeah.
So there's this band called Japanese Breakfast.
Ooh.
It's really mainly just the singer, but she has friends play instruments for her too.
Yeah.
She got outraged over the name of an effects pedal for a guitar. The pedal was called the Pussy Melter.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And it was created by a band called Steel Panther.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know who Steel Panther is?
No.
So they're like a parody hair metal band. And they're kind of like making fun of bands from the 70s and 80s. Those big hair metal bands.
That's kind of funny.
It's all comedy songs.
Yeah.
None of the songs are serious. It's all about fucking women and being a rock star and drugs and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's all over the top, clearly sarcastic, clearly ironic, very self-aware.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a fan at all.
Yeah.
Regardless of what they're trying to say, like, I think it's garbage.
And it's the 70s and you hate hair metal.
Yeah. But I've got nothing against them.
You hate hair.
I hate hair. In
I-
general. It's the worst.
Yeah.
You ever burn hair? It smells like
It's
death.
horrible, yeah. It's disgusting.
Not only her, but many other female bands or female leads in bands
Yes.
or saying, oh, this is so misogynistic. This is threatening women. This degrades women. No, it doesn't. It's the name of an effects pedal. It has nothing... If you don't like the pedal,
don't buy it.
Don't buy the pedal. If
Yeah.
you don't like Steel Panther,
Don't listen.
don't listen to them. Don't tour with them. Don't play with
Don't
them.
go near them.
Don't.
Say, keep your hair to yourself.
But let's say they weren't a joke band and they were serious and they thought these were really cool things to make songs about and we're so cool in hair metal. Why do you care anyways?
I don't know. I understand what it could be, if that makes sense. I think that because it's a satire band, I think that calling something the Pussy Melter
Pussy Melter, yeah.
is like kind of funny, but I'm not really sensitive to those things. But I understand the implements much farther behind it. Like, I understand it's like, this will target all the women in the audience and fuck them up.
That's exactly what they were
like,
saying.
it's gonna get all, like, I'm gonna press my foot down on this thing and all these women are just gonna want to fuck me.
But that's the joke.
It's the joke.
It's a joke.
I understand that. I think the joke itself is fine, but I think what they're maybe upset about is that what could eventually not be the joke with different bands. Like, other bands might say, oh, so they came out with this foot pedal that's about melting all the vaginas in the audience. Like, that's really cool. I should make a song about how women should just suck my dick. And then eventually the joke gets worn out, and it's like, oh, they're not joking anymore.
Well, I'm not saying it's funny.
They don't want, they're going to be like, I don't want women to vote. And everybody's like, oh, we took it too far. Heck.
Okay, if that was the end of it, it wouldn't have pissed me off.
Oh, it keeps going.
So many people moaned and bitched and complained about the name of an effect pedal that
Maybe they should change it to Pussy. P-U-S-S.
it got taken down off the
Why?
website it sold on. They've stopped producing it.
Okay.
Like, they don't make it anymore.
Uh-huh.
And also, Steel Panther and... I don't know if Steel Panther has made an apology, but I know they said something about it. And the company, I forget the company who made it, but whoever actually, manufactured the pedal
Yeah.
had like a long statement and apology about it.
My bad, dude. We didn't realize.
And that pisses me off.
Um,
Simply because a very small group of people
yeah.
were so outraged and offended by a joke,
Yeah.
they got to not only silence somebody,
Well,
but also slightly take away from people's
If-
livelihoods.
I understand this joke. Is it possible there's something else behind it?
No.
Because, like, that's a lot. But anyway, like, it is good that people were able to get something they thought was offensive taken down.
I don't think that's a
Despite
good
the
thing.
fact that you're not offended by it, companies could be releasing... I mean, they didn't have to take it down. There was no law, no regulation saying, take this down right now. It's their company. They can do what they want with it. But I think people should have the power to voice that opinion and say, this is offensive, and take it down if you want me to shop from you. And if that company takes it down or not, that's on them. But I think it's good that they were able to do that, because if something ever truly, honest to God, across the board, but this one group agrees it's offensive, it's good that people have the ability to be able to take it down.
I don't think it is a good thing.
Also, do you think that if they use something less vulgar, like chick magnet, sex summoner, do you think that because it's the vulgar word of pussy, very vulgar, that has something to do with it? Like, if it's just like, sex summoner,
You're right.
that would probably sell better.
But
than
that's their whole shtick.
pussy
Melter. That's their whole shtick. That's them. That's their thing.
I think sex summoner is more 80s.
If
I can
because it
submit
brings that
that-
fantasy kind of thing. And they had that going on.
Sex summon!
Yeah, there you go. But chick magnet. I get what you're saying, but the fact that people are just like, this thing offended me. Don't worry, we'll take it down. You can stop crying.
Well, that's what if that company wants to cater to those people, that's on that company.
Yeah. We're just too far in the age of offense where, I don't like something, I disagree with something slightly inconveniences me, I'm just going to bitch and moan about it until I get my way.
Well, it's better than bitching and moaning about it and not getting anything done about it. I'd rather people be like, all right, I'm going to go protest this thing in hopes that it eventually gets taken down, than people being like, I'm just going to sit here and kind of complain about it.
Yeah, keep it to yourself.
if enough people were actually offended about it, that a huge company,
I don't know about
company,
huge. I mean, they make effects pedals, so they've got,
if enough people complained about it, or enough of their fan base complained about it, that they took it down, I think there's probably something more to it than what you and I have right here.
Yeah.
Because I think for a corporation like that to actually listen to something, it's a bigger deal than you and I know.
Yeah.
Like, I think that makes me think there's probably something else, because like how many other different things have there been sold before, even just like in makeup and stuff. There's like first kiss, underage, virginity, like makeup.
Yeah,
and
I don't like that.
That doesn't get taken down because it's, nail polish, it's lipstick, whatever.
Yeah.
I think it has to do partially with the vulgarity
Maybe.
behind it. Like if it was,
But I know why it got taken down.
because so many people hated it. They were like,
No,
gross.
because of who complained about it.
Oh, a famous person?
No,
Multiple famous
women.
people. Maybe it's a large part of the people buying pedals.
No way.
It had to affect it enough for them to take it off the market.
A handful of famous women saw this thing, said, I don't like that, I'm going to complain, and then they saw it and be like, okay, we gotta take this down before we catch even more flack about it. If it was like 4 dudes, hey bro, that's not a cool name for a pedal, I don't like that name, that's the great... Nope, no one would care. What? Shut up, idiot. I don't want to hear what you have to say. But because it was like 4 women, and because, you were right, they are marginally famous, they're not big bands. In the circles that they run, they're well known. But that's why. That's 100% why. It's just, the reason it bothers me so much is because what it is.
Because you're not offended.
No, it's because of what it is.
The word pussy?
It's,
or the
it's
magnet?
the name.
Not the magnet, the
pedal. It's the name of a pedal. Look up
like
for
I
anyone.
would appreciate it if you got these efforts and put them towards inequality and human rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe focus more on egalitarianism and equality than just, that name's, I don't like that name of that pedal, that's offensive, wah, on Twitter.
Maybe start small. Work your way up to president to grab people by the pussy. If you can take down the pussy melter,
step
you can
one.
take down the pussy grabber.
We start here. Steel Panther, we're taking you down, boys.
Yeah.
Now we're going for Trump.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
If that's the master plan, I'm going to edit this whole thing out. If a few years down the line...
You're going to be like, shit, I'm sorry.
You listen to this podcast again?
Podcast where we apologize.
Yeah, if you listen to this podcast again in the future...
What's the person who started it? The Japanese breakfast?
I don't know if she started it. It's just the first tweet I saw.
You have Twitter?
No. I just saw it online.
Oh, okay.
No, I hate...
I didn't know you
No, I hate Twitter.
Didn't know you had Twitter, not following me, Robert.
No, I hate Twitter. Twitter's the worst. I mean, you can see titties on Twitter.
You can see titties anywhere you want.
Well, you can see... That's not what this is about. That's for another episode.
Yeah. Write it down right now, please.
But that's...
To see titties.
That is the thing that pissed me off this week.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
This is very cathartic.
Yeah.
So we'll probably continue this segment.
It's good to wrap it up and have another opinion on it.
Yeah. Like, see, I knew you would not necessarily disagree, but you definitely, like, brought other things to it.
Yeah, you think...
I just hate when people complain.
I don't know this band, so I wasn't immediately... oh, I'm upset because, you know what I mean? I'm able to be like, this isn't important to me, so I can actually observe all of the fields. But I'm glad we were able to talk about it, get it out of your system.
Hell yeah.
That brings out a little bit of that negative energy, so you can be more angry about other things next week.
More important.
Hopefully, you won't be dreaming about this for the next, 6 days, like some, foot pedal, you're playing your guitar, and you're just,
everyone's booing me.
But the pussies are melting.
Yeah. My dick's out.
Dick's out, pussy's melting.
Why is my dick out? But that'd be the perfect time.
That is...
That's the
If pussies are melting, your dick's out.
Yeah, your dick's out.
You gotta dip it.
You gotta dip it in there.
In the fluid.
Like a breadstick in Alfredo sauce.
Ooh, don't make me hungry. Don't make me hungry. I gotta wrap up this podcast. You're gonna make me hungry. Alrighty, guys, this has been Your Always Wrong podcast. Be sure to find us on Instagram, on social media, on Twitter at YAW_podcast.
And make sure to leave us a review on iTunes, whether you loved it or hate it.
Thanks for listening, guys. See you next week.